I I kind of felt it a really important topic right now. I'm not sure if my video, my own what I say about it will be very important. I know the topic is important, but I just don't know if I can talk about it adequately, or even just like convey what it's about. Sorry, I didn't wash my face. I need to go like charge this thing, but. Okay. So yeah. Maybe I should. I think I want to try. Ideally, want to try to like just make the first part where I start off talking about something, hopefully briefly, to maybe illustrate what this is about, that hopefully convey the topic itself. A year ago, almost a year, 10 months ago ish, I read this book called Waiting by Ha Jin, and really enjoyed the book. The ending especially, it just put me in such a melancholic kind of emotional state, where something about it really captured this sense of impermanence, where how do I say this, there's a sense that this coexistence of hopefulness and loss, maybe, that kind of seem to really express this sense of everything is constantly passing, and there's a kind of sense of just hopeless surrender to it, if that makes sense. There's almost a kind of it almost reminds me just now of this scene in the movie 2012, where I don't know who he actually is, but there's this guy, supposedly this, I don't know if he's a side character but he's a kind of a leader-ish guy who I think he's basically the kind of what do you call it, not protagonist, not the main protagonist, but the kind of the character in the whole movie that's supposed to represent goodness, but he makes a speech or a broadcast where he says something we're all going to the darkness together, and it kind of reminds me of that, the kind of melancholy that's that comes through, that also I felt when I read that book, and it kind of is rooted in this, what I call impermanence, and sorry, just gonna make sure I'm not too loud, but sorry, okay, sorry, okay, and I think there's this really important relationship that we have with time, especially considering that, I mean, I think of this like, and I think there's a lot of like different kind of ways to, especially metaphysically, to kind of basically support this this claim, even though it's so obvious. I wouldn't, I feel like that calling it the claim is like kind of silly, but yeah, this claim that time is so important, and one of them is like, of course, death, and the kind of just absolute position it has over what seems everything that can be experienced or can be expressed or communicated, or can be said to be part of us, and or existence, and another being that like time being said to be the fourth dimension, and us being four-dimensional beings, we cannot see time the way we see space, like the other three dimensions. We can only be within time, I guess. That makes, we can see space, but we cannot see time. We can only be in the effects of time, kind of, and so that makes me really that makes it really important to basically kind of inquire into any possible opportunities, or any possible way to make meaning from something like impermanence. I think I had a actual thing to say, but now I'm losing it. I had something. I'm just remembering it, trying to like retrieve it right now. So the other day, I think these days I've been kind of, from time to time, like wondering what's actually going on, like internally, because I've been kind of, there are moments where I kind of actually grasp or become aware, kind of conscious of like me not being really in control of meaning itself, like and I think this is like behind a lot of like automatic thoughts, automatic like mental processes that like anything, I guess, and or like just things that drive reactions and everything, and and this really concerns me, because if I'm not in control of myself, if I can't like embody myself, then I can really fall victim to just time passing, like I can't even it's like I can I'll just be like, I don't know, a victim, I guess. I mean, I hate the word victim, like the way it's usually what it usually implies, but like I'm saying here, like victim in a more like fundamental sense of like, imagine victimhood without justice. Like, take away justice, like pretend justice isn't anything that exists, like then think about what victimhood would mean. That's like what I think about when I think, what I'm trying to say that like I'll just lose so much, and it'll just be a tragedy, I guess. Um, and sorry. Anyway, yeah. Like I was there, kind of in a more conscious kind of trying to just think about that and really experience it. Experience and also like experience it enough to maybe have some way of thinking about it, or have some answer, some direction. And I felt like this procrastination I have, this kind of escaping that I do, in connection to like having meaning and stuff like that, and like automatic meaning making internally, like these I sense that like there was something being escaped. There was something behind the procrastination that like there was something there, but I didn't know, and I didn't know what exactly, what it is, or like what I'm doing. I don't know. And yeah, and I think one of them was this sense that everything, even when I think about the things that like I'm supposedly like escaping from, that I need to face, like like my future, like my responsibilities, my goals, and even those things, it's like they're not these external things. They're because normally that I think of them like these like kind of ethereal, abstract, eternal almost things, or these ideal sort of, I don't know, standards, and in that moment it occurred to me that what they are, those goals, those those standards, those things I'm procrastinating on, are kind of a part of something that progresses, I guess, because the context of everything is kind of evolving, I guess, like just like the when I think about how I experience the culture, and sometimes when I experience the culture, like for example, just anything political, I kind of have these reactions of like solidarity, or opposite of that, and there's kind of a more a stronger kind of, I guess, experience of good and bad, and personal relevance, and such that it seems to be at odds with also knowing that they're like cultural phenomenon, where I can think about the past and notice that in the past I was also responding to cultural contexts, in terms of like good and bad. And I was kind of, even though when I think back, I feel like so much of the way in which I maybe internalized the kind of good and bad stuff, internalized the context and culture, were a waste of time, or misguided, and or unfortunate, and so these goals that I have that I'm procrastinating on and that I think of as ideal, like basically the thing that I'm procrastinating on that's ideal and that's like occupies this should space. Sorry, excuse me for like 30 seconds. I just realized that I need to. Sorry. Like just 30 seconds. So, okay. Yeah, sorry. And like this ideal thing is maybe, part of, part of, like, it's not the same as culture, you know, my goals of like, becoming a certain professional or getting some credentials or like getting admitted to, or just passing like certain prerequisites or like certain qualifications. They aren't the same as the culture, but I'm still like in the middle of it. Like I'm still I'm losing it, but yeah, sorry, but I think I'm gonna, skip my steps of reasoning or steps of stream of thought, but I think I realized that something that I'm procrastinating on is, the sense that the world is collapsing, and because it's collapsing, and I don't see that it's collapsing, that there's a kind of very precarious kind of meaninglessness almost. I feel like it's potentially kind of misleading or something to say meaningless, because that sounds kind of, it sounds loaded kind of to me, like it feels to me like it comes with this stereotype of like kind of a more absolute nihilism, or an aesthetic kind of nihilism, where I mean, like, yeah, like I don't know, yeah. And I think, anyway, I'm sorry, I'm so fucking useless, but yeah, that's my fucking video. Thanks.